This is lines 9 through 18 of Amores 1.11, the 11th poem in Book 1 of Ovid's Amores. In the first 8 lines, Ovid has buttered up Corinna's handmaiden, Corinna's Ancilla, named Nape, and he's asking her to send Corinna a note, and Ovid's pretty infatuated with Corinna and wants to see if she is maybe a little infatuated with Ovid. So we're getting to the part here where he's actually asking her to pass along this note. And of course, you know, being in the ancient time, we're not talking about a piece of paper, we're talking about a wax tablet. So we'll see that here in like Kara over here. Nonetheless, let's take a look here. So he says, and not veins of flint. So we're talking about like rock, but we're not really sure what's going on here. We know that this is nominative plural, this is genitive plural. Still trying to figure out what's going on, but we have another not, so neither maybe, nor, and then we see nor down here. So neither veins of flint, nor durum in pectora ferrum, and so we can see durum and ferrum go together, harsh or hard iron in somebody's chest, and so maybe we're talking about neither veins of flint nor harsh iron in probably your chest, nape. And then another something that's not there, nor to you simplicity greater than your class. So maior, greater, the comparative of magnus, and then ordine is that ablative of comparison. So nor a simplicity greater than your class is present. All right, so let's put all of this together. So I'm seeing neck, neck, neck. Neither this, nor that, nor that. And the veni is the first thing, the ferrum is the second thing, and the simplicitas is the third thing. The other issue here is we have this tibi, and as is really common when we have a pronoun that's in the dative at the beginning of a clause, which it is here, it's a dative of reference. And here with the ad est, I think you can probably rightly call it a dative of possession. So literally, nor is, ad est, is there for you, veins of flint, harsh iron, nor is there harsh iron in the chest for you, nor is there a simplicity greater than your class, than your kind, for you. Let's take that a step further, and you could translate this as tibi ad est, you have. So you have neither veins of flint, nor harsh iron in your chest, nor a simplicity greater than your class. And this is a pretty awful backhanded compliment. Basically, he's saying, you know, you're no more ignorant than every other Ancilla. I don't know how Nape would feel about that, but nonetheless, credibile est. It is believable. It is credible. And we would assume that, right? That's an indirect statement coming off of it. And we get this et here, and this et is shortened for etiam, so like also or even. So it is believable that even you, and I kind of go back to this backhanded compliment here, it is believable that even you have felt the arcus of Cupid. And arcus is a bow. Now we've used the plural here, probably because the word that we really mean to use is sagitas, but metrically that doesn't fit. So we went with bow rather than arrow, and so we just have kind of a metonymy. So it is believable that even you have felt the weapons of Cupid, right? The bow of Cupid. I guess I should say that this is the perfect active infinitive in that indirect statement. That's why I'm saying that even you have felt the bow of Cupid. Now, in me or on me or maybe against me, we're really not sure. This is pretty vague here because we don't have a context. and we have militii signa tuae retuae. All right. So really a pretty sing-songy line. It's kind of nice. In me militii signa tuae retuae. But tuera is the imperative from tueor. And here maybe defend. So he's telling her defend. Now we're using the illusion of soldiering and military and all of this. But he's telling Nape, defend the standards of your army, of your military. And I think he doesn't mean against me. That would be the opposite of what he wants here. He doesn't want her to defend herself against him. I think what he means here is like for me. So hey, we're in the same army here. We're in Cupid's camp. We're in Cupid's army. So when you go talk to Corinna, you defend us. You defend the standards of your, I wish he would have said our army, but nonetheless, but for me, on my behalf maybe. And if, literally here, if she will ask what I am doing. Okay, now this is future tense because this is quairo, the third conjugation, and am, ace, et is the future. Conjugations 1 and 2, bo, bis, boo, but conjugations 4 and 3, a, m, e. And so literally, if she will ask, but quid ago or quid agis, colloquially, doesn't mean what I am doing, but how I'm doing. And I think if she asks how I'm doing, sounds better than if she will ask how I'm doing. But either way, D case here again, another future. Then you say, or you will say, that, and we assume I again, that I am living by the hope of the night. Now here the ketera, the rest. And as we often see with this word and omnia and other things, that this is actually neuter plural. So the other things someone brings or bears or carries. Blonda in the ablative. Now here's kara, wax. Now I guess this could be like the remaining wax, but I think we're going to figure out that this is the rest of things as the accusative, and then kara notata is the subject. So the wax, in other words, the note that I'm having you, Nape, pass to Corinna, notated by my flattering hand, bears the rest. So he says, look, if she asks how I'm doing, tell her that I'm just hoping for, living for the hope of night, but the note says everything else. And while I'm speaking, the hour is fleeing. So wakawai means empty, but it's feminine here, which is interesting. We're not really sure what it's doing yet. Bene as well, and then rede means return or give back, and then the tabelas, the tablets, the notes. So give back the tablets. And again, this has to be dative here, referring to Corinna. And to her, now most commentaries tell you to take bene with wakawai. Some will tell you to take bene with rede. It probably means both. So to her, good and not busy, right? Wakawas aum means empty, lacking, and what we mean here is not encumbered by responsibility. So to her, well idle, return these tablets. So give these tablets to her when she's ready to read them, not when she's busy, not when she's going to overlook something, but when she's just sitting around doing nothing. Werum here means but immediately do it, nevertheless. And then we got illa lagat. So what we must have here is we must be missing an ut. And I can't really put it in there without switching up my tools, but do it so that she would read it immediately. But fak, do it, however, so that illa, that girl, she, would legat, would read it, the tablets, and then continua means right away. And here adspikias means you look, like you notice, but it's in the subjunctive, and we're not really sure why. Maybe may you look, something like that. And may you look at her eyes. And then here's the reason it's subjunctive, mondo. Mondo here meaning I'm ordering you to, or I'm asking you to look at her eyes and the brow of the one reading my note. So again, we're missing an ut here that should be implied with mondo. So I'm asking you to look at the eyes and the brow of her reading my note. And with a silent expression, it is permitted to know the future things. So he's making a general statement here. In fact, Lafleur's edition has this as parenthetical. He also suggests that et is really etiam. It is permitted to know the future even from or with or by a silent face, a silent expression.